Good morning. Tu hi December thananga zingka Thawngpang chimna kam nei na lai pathian kan numpi lam kan roi ton nang chan tha kam mu bai pa chu tha ka the tu jing breaking news Minnesota atu liu Somalia le Donald Trump ka lak boi bai na kha abikin tu jing chu kan chimna lai pa ko jun Thawngpang chim yarak ngai ton tun di lak chunga lom nak tampi ka nei chulong slo tha jang pe tu di lak chunga lom nak tampi ka nei Happy Merry Christmas kha kam phan chang e lunglom tin mi zai pu kha atu hi chol chang cho ma ase chen asung loi big mi Merry Christmas chu kan cha hak chia achwak mi ase apian thar he piang thar lo he rin than lo he kan di lak cha achwak mi ase chu cha chen Merry Christmas chu asung loi big atha big anom big in cham han ding se ko tu cha chen rin than lo he ading heading lo he aswal lo he kan cha a hak che pakha pek ka se chu malai kham tu boy kha se lunglom tin nang malen thil ti kho nak en lom chiu se asung lo bik mi Merry Christmas kha Thawngpang le kam chim chol ha lai tu liu Minnesota ele don cham ko kalaka boy bai na kha pakhat na kam jong ha te ma Minnesota Donald Trump ni garbage tia tin ha nompung tia atim ha chu tu hi lerul na kha antwa ma hi lerul na antwa ma lerul na antwa mi chung au mi pakha chu US ram chung au mi Minnesota au mi pol na Somalia mi pumpul ha ni li le ro volunteer antwa mi khonga atu chu Donald Trump ni nompung tia tin ha man hompong atim chu Somali mi pumpol hani lerul nang antu ka se antim chu Somalia ni press conference in Minnesota respond to the Trump administration pun ka lerul na kan tu na ti an chimi chu Donald Trump ni akan timi chu awai khat dang an chimi chu we call this press conference because over the last few days alun che mi tom pala Donald Trump ni akan timi chu khaidan nak ngan pi he ti phai nak he pun in akan ti kha se Somalia au mi pon America community pon ha ni atuban to kan Great State Minnesota balai hi anuam kan ti chu chung chun Donald Trump ni garbage akan ti thompung akan ti ma bia am han rong United State atu pon ha special li ko Somalia immigrant ni atutan lerol na tua kan du mi chu se am hami bi abia fang he ke zeket dilai ado lo ngai mi pakhat ase tia anchem pathi na kan ti mi chu Somalia America pol na ne ma hi ka ma he target bakan akan ruwa chu cha chen ti anong mi ase chu acheu khat ni chen ti phe na akan tua oma ka he from different people thread online ti phe na phun ni adang zong akan tua chu su ko atu liu Somali mi phun Minnesota pol hani kan dai lai lo not to be silent kan dai lai lo to speak up kan chol ve lai ti se ma chung chun atu hi Somali mi phun hen ton tham he dear on anti mi chunga anti mi chu Somalia kan khwa asi Minnesota chu dise Somalia kan khwa asi Minnesota hi Somalia khwa asi ti kha so chang ma kha online conference chim na ka khan anchim mi chung mi pukha chu atu chu 1 billion long han salai lo ma nak tam diu he an fia lai ti kha se manak tam dio hi am fia lai ti se le manak tam dio am fia na kong kha ma hi kam zo thalai mi sota hi tu hi Trump ni an adoi chang hai te tu hi batak te chol chang na kan
We
tu la
learn new details about the investigation into the $1 billion welfare fraud scandal. In new reports claiming Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar has deep ties to people who personally profited from the alleged fraud. That list includes one of her former campaign officials and a co-owner of the restaurant where Omar held her 2018 congressional victory party. It is important to note the Congresswoman has not been directly linked to the fraud herself. Joining us
Ma he Congress woman asimi ihan Omar thong ni kum heri ta tling khasika ma chunga chu ama he restaurant anai mi se ama he direct in fiarnak chu to lo snabel tim phundang
now with the Speaker of the Minnesota House of Representatives, Lisa Demouth, who joins me now. And Lisa, thank you so much for doing just that. $1 billion in taxpayer dollars essentially lit on fire. What is your reaction to this staggering fraud scandal that has rocked your state?
For the last 7 years, we have looked at fraud that has exploded under Governor Tim Walz in autism services, feeding our future, the food scandal.
Ma he feeding a future tip jong highly a pek bom te ding in anti mi fiarnak lamin antuap mi apot e alam pakat
During the
jose
COVID time is the largest COVID food scandal, taxpayer money waste in the nation. And we've been sounding the alarm over the years. We're finally getting that national attention that we need so much here in our state to have full investigations. But you're right, it's over $1 billion in taxpayer dollars that have gone out to fraud instead of going to the people that needed those services the most.
Tim Walz is up for re-election. What are people? What are
ma he atutan a Minnesota a valai Minnesota mi phunpul hani thingle ram in achuak mi ma ku chuak asimi tax ampek mi chunga tu hi Somalia mi phunpul na amfiare anram bom nak cha am hami konga Tim Walz I governor rian atwa mi chunga khan ase chu chunga tu hi arham thok te enjoy di kha antim na ka se ram thok te joy di antim na I Somalia mi phun cha tu hi tinong nga ngai mi thil ka se Donald Trump jo ni chen kar kiaro nan rama nan du achen nan rama batu no nan ram ahhin nan tu kho mi te batu US rama zai de nan tu ti ka se Trump jo
what are residents in Minnesota saying about this?
Tim Walz is up for his third election here in the state of Minnesota. People were surprised when he was reelected for a second time. But when he was on the national stage just a year ago, it really let the nation know truly who Tim Walz is. Definitely let Minnesotans know his favorability is underwater right now. It's less than 50%. And it's mostly because he has not handled fraud and he's increased our taxes and fees and spent through a record surplus.
You say that $1 billion could just be the tip of the iceberg. That's a pretty big iceberg. What do you mean by that?
Yes, and that is what we've heard from the acting U.S. attorney in the case, specifically looking at some of these things. That was said by acting attorney, U.S. Attorney Joe Thompson. He said this could be just the tip of the iceberg. It could push north almost to $2 billion. Again, these are taxpayer dollars that have been stolen by fraudsters.
Zaula atu hi dot khat nang antu change ma minu ni atimi chu first atu hi annam choma mi che 2 billion thong asalai ti ka se atu hi ice agent ni an lu thong tin halai chu chu se tu hi 2 billion thong thok frol en karok an tu mi asalai ti kha tu tan an chim mi chu se chu cha chen 1 billion long asalai lo 2 billion rang lo asalai ti kha an chimi se le ma chung an Somalia mi phunpuna timo se boithum na tu I governor an thim ka se le governor a thimi boithum chunga tu tam ban tu ka thil an tu he se ko US ram cha ningjak ta tak asi ti ka se ningjak ta tak ase chu cha chen timo Walz he atu chu ache khon ni arian idin se ti se ma chu Somalia mi phunpol pha chu atu chu an ram ma kiap than ha sa US ram ma zaidan tu ati se tu hi tlai khi nang batak te en thok antim chu chunga chu Somalia mi phumpon ha chung a Donald Trump anti ice agent pon ha anti nai ma anti mi ha chunga a mi pakhat chu US ram chung a hen a cheu ka chu mo ti mi a khan manung anum ti lo ti se chu atu tan a hen ice agent pon hani lun ho khas chang ko ice agent por hani lun ho astika ken US ram chunga Minnesota tutani anlang tarmi chunga ice agent por han te an lu ho bi chunga mol a chiu kha cha ice ne atu hi an lu ho cha mol a chiu kha ta chen anum ti lo ti se manung kha ma kai zo lo Minnesota mall no more packet sina an atu hi aum ti lo zeirong ti se chen CNN news ne chim chu ma ka mall hen manung tam pi an chok ton tu chu anum ti lo ma kha da thup di ko chang cho an thup di mi chu tu hi atu nang mala ke ma pol he te ice hm pol na an lut na lai tin ha so lo kan ti na sai la lo chu zeirong an ti na ti se chu phoning lo alut mi an tam tok sang ti cho phiang chu phoning lo alut mi an tam chu rong a chen tu he Minnesota chu lo tla ba khan sang chu se ko tu le chu batak ten chor chang na an ton thon hai an chimban tok ten do cham ne chimban tok te aton ha chen nan rama kiaru ti khas ko chang jesram phaisa nan phiar di nan rama kiaru mas tim was chen January ninga phai bom kha atu chu atu tu pa kha an tlai kho chang menak pa se sale ma a in a hen Virginia ma a ina atu chu anlun ho an tlai kha se ma he US ram Donald Trump president na Joe Biden president ka lak an chu antlin January ninga Capitol Hill January niro Capitol Hill anlun ho lai tia bom atar tu pa kha ma ka phembandi le atang ti po hani angkol le atu chu an tlai cho kha se an tlai kho chang chu cha jen ma mi pa kha di party ne chen anak thai to sina an tlai du lo sina bel te tu chu tlai khi na kha am tu chang ma cha cham ne ti mi chu di party po na hi mi thalo ta tak an se ti ke se ma le kha bom na puan ho tham atu mi tham ne fiel mi ti pum pai kha ma kha anak tim to mi se sina bel te tu chu minak pa si anak tlai kho cho di amwal phau nak pakhat cho se chen Ukraine le Russia ko nga chen tu chu US ni thiam thil tam pi Ukraine a bom na ka pe ma bom na ka pe mi tu chu Ukraine Russia idaw nak cha ding cha batak tin dei naram nak chokho na ding cha ral tuk na ka cha di un kalpi chun hula longa dei naram nak ka salai ti ka se tu jing Thawngpang ka chimi chu bel chu salai ni la chung alom na ta pi ka nei zan le kan tong than halai